Hi, it's Shalev Amar with your Lemon Law Advocates. And in today's video, what we're going to talk about is the repair attempts and time out of service presumption under the Arizona Lemon Law. A little bit about my background. I've been handling lemon law cases since all the way back in 2004. Collectively, between myself and my firms, that's thousands of lemon law cases. And I'm going to use that knowledge to help you with your lemon law claim. So let's get right to it. So when it comes to repair attempt presumptions, the first thing that's important to understand is that the presumptions are there to help you. They're not necessarily a bar to a lemon law claim if you don't meet them. But if you do meet the presumption, what a presumption does is it shifts the burden of proof to the other side, which gives you a much stronger case, stronger negotiating hand. So there's two presumptions under the Arizona Lemon Law. The first presumption is 4 or more repair attempts within the first 2 years, 24,000 miles for the same defect, nonconformity, or condition. The second presumption is a time out of service presumption, and that is 30 total days out of service within the first 2 years, 24,000 miles. So let's get a little bit more in depth into both presumptions. So the first presumption, the repair attempt presumption. Again, that's 4 more repair attempts and the issue continues to exist. So the 4 attempts, they have to be for the same problem. So for example, 4 engine repairs, 4 brake repairs, 4 transmission repairs, 4 suspension repairs. And the way to look at it is we're talking about the entire system, not an individual component. Because an engine, for example, could have hundreds of components. A transmission can have multiple components. The suspension can have multiple components. What the other side likes to argue is, oh no, it's just based on the component. But it's not based on the component. It's based on the entire system. Again, brakes, transmission, engine, suspension, etc. Let's talk about days out of service. Again, you have to reach 30 cumulative days within the first 2 years, 24,000 miles. So by cumulative, that means it doesn't have to be consecutive. It could be separate repair visits for separate issues. It could be the same issue or it could be completely different issues. It's a time out of service presumption. It's basically an enough is enough time limit for repair attempts. So the 30 days, just to give you an example, you can have 1 week out of service and then not have any repairs for a few thousand miles, then have a repair for a completely different issue where you're out 2 weeks, and then some more time passes by, and then you can have another repair that ends up being 10 days, and another repair that ends up being another 5 days, and altogether you end up being above 30 days. That's one way to meet the timeout presumption. The other way to meet the timeout presumption is, let's say it's even one repair problem, like the engine needs to be replaced, and your vehicle ends up being in the repair shop more than 30 days. Then right there, even with that one repair attempt, you meet the presumption. Now, for going back to repair attempts, the presumption does state 4 more repairs and that the issue continues to exist. So basically the way that works is, let's say you've had the brakes repaired 4 times and now they're squealing again. That means the problem continues to exist. A legal argument that we make that courts have not decided on one way or the other, but we believe is a valid argument, is, let's say you have 6 repair attempts for the brakes, but then it's fixed. Well, a legal argument can be made that you had 4 repair attempts and then the defect continued to exist after 4 repair attempts, and that's the argument that we make on behalf of consumers. So that's the lemon law presumptions. Again, let me reiterate, the presumption, if it's not met, if the repair attempt presumption is not met or the time out of service presumption is not met, that doesn't mean that you don't have a valid lemon law case. Because basically, what you have to show is that the repair history under the circumstances is unreasonable. So in certain circumstances, especially if it's a major safety related type of defect, like the brakes or the vehicle dying on you, hey, we could argue that 2 or 3 times for something serious like that is unreasonable. At the same time, for time out of service, we can argue that, say, 25 days out of service, even though it doesn't meet the presumption, 25 days for a brand new vehicle being in the repair shop is unreasonable, and you should be compensated for that. You should be entitled to get your vehicle repurchased or replaced, or at least have some cash compensation. So for more information about the Arizona Lemon Law, basically everything from A to Z, please visit our website. That's ArizonaLemonLawAdvocates.com, or feel free to call us. Our number is 480-237-2744. Until next time.